So they have to come through. It'll be an actual 2v2
Oh,
with big
no.
beam right into Wolfies immediately. He's find a way to just stop down, get calmed down, get some loot in. Actually looks like he's gonna fight as well, calming that he's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Minigun's gonna start to get sprayed. Wolfies has to find a way through these vents to get some loot, but he's already being contested. Oh, it's Celestial down here supporting, and Wolfies from the back. This is a very important thump. Gets shot one time at a sliver of health. The damage was not enough, and that's a quick finish. Cavado this time coming on top, and we called it. The egos are not going to be suppressed whatsoever. Just a little bit delayed. How the mistake actually happened. Stopped once again at customs, trying to enter country of the zone. I feel like I'm seeing a semifinals clip, but this is the finals, the first tack connecting, but being in the same box as someone as accurate as someone with a minigun off of spawn, he's gonna stand no chance. And now 4Z trying to clutch up is gonna say hello and goodbye in the matter of seconds.
It looked like even
They were nowhere to be found in that end game, so are these fights, even if winning, good enough for these guys to cement a spot at the top?
this time it's bad sniper and Nyrox with the nade. But going back to that fight really quickly, I love how you referred to those islands as customs, because it feels like we're going back to 1920s New York. It's Frey Islands this time, not Ellis Islands. Ooh, they're getting right into a box fight right in the face. No Storm Stitch here, so this push is purely to try to get this elimination, try to get something good. Maybe a solo that they spotted. He does get the wall and the cone provoked right in and knocks him right out.
No chance whatsoever. He seemed cool, calm, and collective, but those builds look angry, hunting, menacing. The speed can't be kept up with whatsoever.
But again, yeah, people even inside, Rojo's down. The openness of that reboot van. Sure, it looked like an easy reboot, but like we're saying, that ridge, that mountainside is right there in the open. You could see this van, you could hear it, you could see it in the action feed that just happened. Actually, it looks like Tuck still has a lot. There it is, a big launch and a big dive to follow. Still quite high, but lots of mid-ground to break line of sight, so they're gonna have a good landing here.
And Clement popping off in that Elim feed, getting two different Elims back to back. We've got Cavado also having a say, still alive, getting kills left and right, but provoked, going for a desperate play box to box. It's not going to be possible. Very far away from placement still. Top 15 is what they needed to get. We tune in now with Nyrox and Bad Sniper finally getting a fair chance to play out, trying to go, I think, for height. No, dropping it down. Don't have the mats to actually survive this. A jagged display of stairs as they fall all the way. But Nyrox is going to a different room right now. He's looking for shots all the way up in Storm. He's going to be the one to actually get privy to that strategy. Might not be able to survive. Just two floppers left. He has to go for this final confirmation. This person over here might be going for that airdrop. No, going through and back. He's not going to get the Elim. Bad Sniper's down. Nyrox doesn't have a kill to find. Rifla is going to be the one. But their awareness not as powerful as Mongol takes a big hit. They do have the floppers and the slurpers to get all the way back up. They have the speed, but still, it will cost time.
Is the awareness anything that they can really do against the heavy snipe RPG? They're going to be able to launch on this 6 zone, already breaking out the back so that they can place that floor and launch up. Got to check the top. I think they're clear. And with this, they'll be able to bounce up the hill, but they've got to dive quick. There it is. He gets the big pot off too, so recovery from that heavy snipe RPG, but there's a minigun on height, and that might mean that it's eyedrop and Mr. Savage again, but Benji missing 2 shots, completely uncharacteristic from him. Janice takes advantage of it, but the revive is possible because of how far that launch pad put him. They're going to bring him back up. He's got another big pot. He's got floppers. Mongrel saves the day.
Repays that favor right back to Benji from that box. Benji held down the fort, let Mongrel stand on his 2 feet, and when Mongrel grew up, he paid his dad back in full price and more with a 10-second revive. Now we tune in with Mage, or Mage, my apologies. Double A's always get me a little bit flipped up. That's the Elim we saw on Provoked and Tux happen off before. They're gonna keep going on.
And I saw Toos and Cavado actually up on high ground, so that's possibly something. Nate just takes out Clement. I think that might be the end of that team. Benji Fitch, he finally connects with an Elim. Watching Mage and Caster, but guys, we know what happened with these guys because we were on that perspective for a while. Actually, did we switch off? I'm not even sure. I think the replay kicked us out, or the stream kicked us out.
Like 2 seconds.
Benji, another one. Cavado's still up there. I don't think he has height, but Two's falls.
And Rifla gets a few more knocks in and placement points handed out to him as well. As top 15 finally locks in now, Castery moving up just a few layers to catch up with his partner Mongrel, taking out Kaiser, who's all the way up top, and Savage is still getting eliminations all the way up on height with that minigun. That is finally taken out as Castery gets another big pickup, and Savage is still going in. Zyblack's getting taken out, Rifla taking out Andalex and Nate. They finally fall. The victors of Sweaty Sands so far now is Mongrel and Benji are no longer here, and Castery's decision making on where to look for these elims, not just good, but at the perfect timing as well, as Mage gets another refresh as well, but Savage is tearing apart their lobby in a ravage fashion.
Yeah, he is. 2 elims, but finally drops to Mage right there. I think it was actually late in the zone. Benji Fishy's still popping off. Mongrel's still popping off. And I saw Two's very, very, very high, so that's probably going to end up falling down all the way.
Steelix actually takes out Savage while Mongrel and Benji take over. Drop, and they possibly have height now. Castery, what can they do from this position? Their match looking just a little bit too low, playing around their edits, but they have one of the most perfect angles. Mongrel and Benji finally prepping up the whole lobby, but oh no, it might have been one of the spots that is good for elims, but not good for that overall win. Benji has to eat one of his own kind as he moves forward onto the duo, but the angles are too tough to take. As a scorpion, they pinch together, a stingery tail, a 2v1 now. Cavado on height. Agency is the last drop spot left to have a say. It has 1 tag on the Castery. He's going to be a little bit near low ground. He has to try to find a way to wrap up this game, but only 69 HP. Although very, very saucy, probably not going to be enough for these guys to be able to wrap it up. Mage and Castery have to just delay this game out by a little bit. Wait it out. It's the 9th zone. 1 minute left. The longer it goes on, the closer they get together as a duo. Cavado has to make a decision onto 2 people. It'll be very intense if it has to be against 2 shotguns close range.
40 seconds though, and all these old builds are in the way. At the same time though, Castery making his way sneaky right up. Cavado with the huge bump shotgun, and now it's a 1v1. Not sure why they opted to go for that. Mage now needs to try to connect. Last one, 1v1. He has the RPG spam to get there, and I think he still has materials. Yes, so many to continue building, and even with the old builds, he can move forward. RPG drops though, and then all of a sudden, Cavado gets taken out, so he found that angle so perfectly in the last moments, clutching up, because I think it might be Castery and Mage who take the lead, and by a big margin. I Drop and Mr. Savage are now 6 points behind.
I mean, they still climbed up more than 6 from that last game to 28. We saw how many eliminations they had right behind them as well. Mongrel and Benji Fishy playing the flopper plays, reviving each other. One of the most redemptionist type of arcs in a game that I've seen. Multiple knocks, but they still come out all the way at 3rd place.
Yeah, and then Andalex and Nate in 14 right there. And that's the Sweaty Sands. Both of those teams now starting to realize what needs to happen, because they're starting to split off from each other, not engage off spawn. Cavado and Toos start to push up. Same